If you die in the game, you die in real life.
Yeah.
It's Sword Art Online.
It is. That's probably an Undertale too, honestly.
Yeah.
Definitely seems like the kind of game that would do that.
Getting into game 1, you got getting aggressive right off the bat, finding that up tilt. Wow, already.
That being said, we've definitely got a very like conventional zoner versus non-zoner style
exactly.
there.
Zoner versus like heavy kind of rush down character, at least the way I plays him.
Yeah,
loves to get in, get that damage, and just make you just try and get away from him as much as possible, almost like a grapple.
Definitely going for the low percentage combos like straight off the bat, getting a lot out of it too.
Right.
Kradfiz definitely does that because it looks like trying to get
And that charge shot kills off the top.
That was really interesting because it's very fast, and he did it in a time when it wasn't really his turn. Like, you couldn't press any button but that.
Yeah,
so it was like a get out of jail free card that worked really, really well.
Yeah. And that up air, massive, catching in there, but full rushing in with the fireball and the nair, and resetting neutral.
So yeah, I'm very interested to see how Idlehands uses Fireball as an approach tool.
Yeah.
Because it might be a way to either interrupt with their projectiles or prevent them from shooting out the one that's about to hit you.
Right, exactly. And it also bullies people into using shield, which basically sets you up for a free grab. It's a very hard set to get around.
You can't throw a projectile and shield, and that's sort of the concept behind throwing it in front of you and running at him.
Right, exactly. And then Mario, one of the characters from reading the spot dodge and getting that F smash, excellent read from Idlehands.
It's definitely interesting to see it getting a read that early on in the set because it's stock one. You already know that you're trying to abuse some of their habits.
Right.
So even if they're trying to be cognizant of their play, it can throw them off completely.
Right, exactly. One thing that Idlehands is super good at is finding those reads, especially with F smash. Sometimes he just throws it out least expected and almost always works. That's one thing he's super, super good at as a player.
He's definitely he can play a wide variety of characters because his fundamentals are very strong.
Right, exactly. See, he just ran up an F smash and the strangest time it worked.
Yeah.
He knows that he wasn't expecting that, and he ended up getting a kill at a pretty easy percentage. And finding a lot of damage early on. That's
here we go.
That is almost 70% from one neutral intersection. Absolutely making the most and catching the. Oh my goodness! Oh! You don't need to do it like that.
Aerial.
You don't need to do it.
That was brutal.
Oh,
that was actually nuts. That was really clean. I'm like, okay, it's sort of in and out. I don't know who's gonna take this, and then he's dead.
Yeah, that's.
It was two neutral interactions that were very, very strong in punish game.
Yeah. Went by in the blink of an eye. Fantastic stock and way to close out the game.
Yeah, going right in, just right in for the oh hey, by the way, I know exactly how to kill you.
Does he ever? My goodness.
Yeah.
2 F smashes in that, whatever that was, to end that first game.
So I guess if I were in Kradfiz,
Yeah, Kradfiz is how you say it.
It's so hard. If I were in that position and in his seat, obviously I'm not, but if I was, I would definitely try to see if I can play a much more patient zoning game and try to see if you can disrespect the fireball.
Right.
Because you need to make sure you're the one playing very proactively, and he has to be constantly in disadvantage. I think that was sort of the small adaptations he made from stock 1 to 2 that completely changed the gameplay.
I also really like the Kalos counter pick because it's a giant flat stage with only platforms on the sides, and Mario benefits a lot from platforms that are on the stage because his ladder game is the memes out there. Mario up air is not an honest move.
Oh, it's not.
It leads into himself way too many times. So
Was it worth it?
It's not about winning. It's about sending a message.
It really is.
From the internet funny man himself.
Yeah, dude.
I think the stage could work out pretty well in his favor, as I was saying, because, I was talking about how it removes ladders, but he just got 81% off of that from up airs.
Yeah, but it's it's one of those things where this is a very weird matchup because, Mario, once he gets in there, really racks up a ton.
Oh, yeah.
But, the point when you're playing Me Gunner is to try to make sure that never happens.
Exactly.
So I'm curious to see if, he's going to make that adaptation and be like, you know what? I'm running this game.
Right.
He needs to be in the driver's seat.
And that fabled Idlehands F smash doing work once again.
Yep.
Finding that stock.
It's fast enough on on startup that it's actually a really strong move.
Yes, and it's also got crazy damage and not right at the sweet spot. He already got plenty of damage on the stock. Going for the forward again, but not working this time. Catching the neutral get up. Excellent. Reversing that overextension in his favor.
It's interesting to see how he can use F smash to sort of punish neutral get up at a very weird range because it's so disjointed.
Right.
That a lot of people can they're expected oh, I'm good. I can neutral get up here. I'm fine. No. You're not safe.
Yeah, it could be
You're gonna
standing at
die.
a little distance, but it'll still connect. Kradfiz at the nice percent and unfortunate for losing it, and the F smash again taking it.
That was kind of crazy. Idlehands feeling himself that game.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so I would just like to get you on the mic for a second. Why are you not playing Sans?
I want to be a low tier hero. I don't want to play top tiers.
Oh, okay. I respect it.
Perfectly understandable.
Dude, honest. Honesty through and through.